and I'll keep it hush.
Well, there we are, straight out of the bag from Seaview Angling, the new Ron Thompson Accelerator 400 series. There you are. Going to give it a try up here on the channel today.
Hi guys, welcome to another episode of the Ray Hunt with myself and Edward Riley. He's just in the background here setting up. We've come to the Bristol Channel today, try and target some small-eyed ray, blonde ray and spotted ray. The venue we're on today, I've had plenty of fish in the past, bass, cod, tope, smooth hounds, you name it, I've had it here. Some of you know where we are, some of you won't. But we've got a couple of lads up from Cornwall with us today. We've got a new member of Rod Bender's SAC with us, Nathan Giddy. He's just up the way a little bit, he'll come down and say hello later on. And we've just got our rods out in the water, and I believe Ed's just getting his first sign of a bite here now. Hopefully, it's a Raymond. But we shall see, we shall see.
A new pair of rods for me. Normally I'm a lucky bugger when I get a new pair of rods. So this is the first cast with my Ron Thompson Accelerator. And I'm hoping I'm going to have a nice little small-eyed on it, or a big small-eyed. We'll wait and see.
I'm just going to run you through a couple of rigs and methods I use just to get myself in the water, be fishing more efficiently. And yeah, more time in the water, more downtime, obviously better chance of catch success. Right, obviously got two rods out in the water, baits on, all clipped up, rigs are out there fishing. In the meantime, I've always got a rig hanging off of my stand, baited up, ready to go. Now, I've got a clip on the end of my leader, straight away as soon as the old rig comes in, or the rod comes in, I'll unclip and clip this one right on. And all I'm using is a basic pulley rig here today. Right then guys, as I was saying, basic stuff, standard pulley rig, 6-ounce gripper. A lot of people like to use 7s up here in the big tide of the Bristol Channel. Gemini solo bait clip. And all I've got is a single sand eel there with a strip of squid bound down the side of it with the elastic. I've got a 4-0 and I think it's a 3-0 chinook up on top as a panel. Rig body's £100 maximum chameleon, running through to an £80 trace line for the arc length, and that's it. All I'm going to do is get this one clipped back on the side of my stand, and when I get a fish or reel in a minute to change bait, I'm right back in the water with this, so I'm not wasting any time. Most downtime in the water possible, more chance of catching. Top tip, make sure you've got a rig hanging on the stand, boys. Just going to show you another quick bait up, or an example of a bait up that I like to use up here in the Bristol Channel. Little while back I was up here fishing the Bristol Channel mark, over a reef mark at the time. I was with a few Rod Bender's SAC members, and I had that 20 pound 3-ounce blonde. And this is the exact bait I had it on, and rig. Now, that's a quarter of bluey. So that's filleted down one side, and I've chopped it into 3 as a large bluey, and half a squid strapped down the side of it. And that is the bait. I'm hoping that's going to do the business. Up here in the Bristol Channel, I'm not looking for presentation, I'm looking for aerodynamics and scent. Now, it's all about keeping it strapped up nice and tight. You don't want flappy bits dangling away from your bait that's going to reduce your distance. You want to keep it as streamlined as possible. It's not like fishing the South Hams and the South Coast where I'm from. We look for great presentation, aerodynamics and everything. Up here, the water's so coloured, I am solely looking for scent and to get that bait as far as I can. But that's the bait of choice. My favourite bait in the channel, definitely over sand eel. At home, sand eel wins all day long. But up here, bluey and squid.
Now there's a lovely little bit of supper.
Send it and bend it, baby. Send it and bend it.
Now we have Will just lifting into his first fish. He's got a ray. You see him out there? I'm not sure if you can see him. Just skirting across the top. And then we got another angler here, Nathan Giddy, running towards him to land this fish for him. Absolutely perfect, mate. Brilliant. That's what it's all about. Especially where, you know, when we go fishing, anyone that's with us, we're all about teamwork. Whatever we're doing, if someone's got a fish on or someone needs help with something, everything will be dropped and we'll go to the aid of whoever it is that needs something. Right, we'll go over now and we'll have a chat to Will.
Alright then guys, first fish of the day for myself. Ed's just had a little whiting out, but it's a small line as you can see, probably about 4 pounds, nothing amazing, but I'm just going to show you how this fish was hooked. It's absolutely perfect. I use a canoe as my top hook as a paddle, and he is right there in the scissors. Hopefully you can make that out, and it's just that easy. Oh, should be just that easy to unhook. Barb's got him there, he's bit down on the hook, and there you go. Not gut hooked, lovely, no blood there at all. Let's get her back in the water to fight another day. First little ray out for me today, little small-eyed, probably only about 4 pounds, nothing massive. Was hooked right in the scissors, so he's going to go back really well. But welcome sight all the same. Let's get her back in. Let's get her grandma.
Well, a few important things about when you're targeting the fish we are, small-eyed blondes and spotteds, in a location like we are. First thing is key, is bait. Nice, fresh, freshly frozen sand eels, bluey, squid. Some people use mackerel and have it tip-top quality, still frozen while you're whipping it on the hook. Gives it the best chance to get a decent soak in out there. Secondly, is look for, you know, a load of people, I did it myself years ago, you hear of a mark, let's go here and let's go there, and you turn up and just plonk your gear right in front of the beach and fish. Now one of the better things to do, and it's not too easy when you're travelling a little bit, is wait for low tide and look at the ground structure all around. Fish like what we're fishing for now absolutely love sand. It's what they sit over when the sand eels pop their heads up, when the worm pop their heads up, any little fish that are feeding off the bottom, that's where they are. They're in the sand. They do come up over the rocks, but only go from patch to patch of sand. As you can see, where Nathan is there casting out, we've got a big sand patch. I'm not sure if you can see it properly on the camera. We've got a big sand patch right out in front, and it's the same just behind me, to the other side of me. So you could almost say I'm right dead centre of 2 sand patches, and personally I think I'm in a pretty good position. Bottom of the tide now, we know we're all fishing onto sand. As that tide starts moving up and the ray come in with it, or you know, with the new tide, the ray will move up, they'll start feeding on whatever comes up again to feed. They'll jump from sand patch to sand patch, and they'll work their way up as far as they're comfortable. If you're fishing on a patch like across the other end there where there's rocks all the way out, you've still got a chance of catching fish, but my personal opinion, the bigger chance is to have one of those fish over the sand patch. So while I move back and back, I've got sand patches that I can target and land my bait perfectly presented down on the bottom, ready for them to take. Well, there we are. I'm in the middle of baiting up here. Will's come over, say hello. What I've got here is a quarter of a bluey, so I'll cut him in half and then I'll cut him right up the centre. So I've got a quarter. That is basically half a bluey, and I've cut him down. Bit of squid strapped up alongside it. What I normally do is put the line in between, just to hide any line there. Not that they can see it, but you know, so it's not so much of a feel on the mouth. Whip that up nice and tight, not the best presented baits, but then this is murky waters of the Bristol Channel. There's no need for presentation here really. These fish will take anything if they're in the area. So just get myself a couple of half hitches on there.
Why'd you put half hitches in it?
Well, it's just to stop the line untangling, mate, to be fair, the bait elastic untangling. I'll put a couple of half hitches, if you can see. There where it is now, I'll wrap it around my finger and then bring it back around and put it over the point of the hook. So then I'll pull a half hitch on the shank of the hook. So that when I snap my line in a minute, the elastic, there is definitely no unravelling going on there. If I just whipped on, and a load of people do it and it works, you just whip, 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 and then snap, there is always a chance that in that tide, that bait's going to sit there, and that elastic is going to recoil, come off, and then, especially when using like 2-part baits like this, and I haven't put the hook through the meat, if you like, then it can unravel, and instead of having a bait or a crabs or whatever you want to try and have on your line, your bait will just float off. So then, what I use is a Cox and Roll canoe hook as my pennel. The main hook is a up-tied hook. I like the long shank, and I like the way that recurve in the back of the hook that allows it to sit, for it to sit proud on your bait. So that's my bait, presented as well as I'd like it. Bluey and squid. I'm going to send that one out now in the hopes of catching a small-eyed, a spotted, or better still, a nice big juicy blonde out of Bristol Channel. Oh, tiny little ray. Well, I had a bite there, lifted into it, and looks like I'm out of other fish. Maybe not the biggest of them, but like we always say, big and small, we love them all. They are, look, perfectly hooked as well, straight down there, little fidget of the hook, and away he goes. Make sure I don't hook myself. There we are, absolutely stunning little fish. Pristine. He's had a couple of little knocks there at some point, but big and small, we love them all.
Spotted.
Here we are, plenty of life. Let's get him back to fight another day. There you are, look at that lot. He wants to come and say hello. I'm going to give him another little sugar. He's going to sit down in the rock. Let's get him out of there. Try again. Sometimes they can get a little bit disorientated and swim back in towards the shore. I'm not going to get no spikes in my hand this time like I did with this gate, but there we are, and he's swam right off now. Happy days, on to bigger and better.